The romance between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift has officially hit its most turbulent chapter yet, confirming the premise that Hollywood's favorite love story is being derailed by high-stakes legal drama and a massive rift in their inner circle. According to a report from the Times of India on February 15, 2026, mounting tensions have forced the couple to halt their wedding plans just as fans were expecting a summer ceremony. The public expectation was a fairy tale wedding at Taylor's Rhode Island estate, a star-studded guest list, and a seamless transition into their next chapter. The reality, however, is a documented mess of legal filings, personality clashes, and a growing sense of unease from Travis Kelce regarding the company Taylor keeps. To understand why the wedding of the century is suddenly on ice, we have to look at the three big questions surrounding this fallout. Why did a $400 million lawsuit involving Taylor's inner circle become the breaking point for Travis? How did Taylor's private text getting leaked online create a permanent breach of trust in the relationship? And why did Travis Kelce abruptly announce a 6-week break from his podcast, leaving fans to wonder if he's preparing for a wedding or a total retirement from the spotlight? We have mapped out the court documents, analyzed the leaked messages, and spoke with industry experts to show you the receipts that explain why the ring is back in the box for now. The most shocking aspect of this drama isn't just the delay, but the specific legal war that has dragged Taylor into the crosshairs. Per court filings from February 2026, a $400 million lawsuit has officially moved forward against members of Taylor's closest social circle. The payout is the first major piece of the puzzle. The lawsuit alleges that Taylor Swift's presence at high-level creative meetings created undue pressure on directors, and that she was involved in private communications mocking colleagues. This is where the reality hits the fan. According to the filing, Taylor was unexpectedly close to the dispute, and her private texts were subpoenaed and subsequently leaked to the public. For a woman who has spent her entire career meticulously controlling her narrative, this breach of privacy was a nuclear event. The reality is that Travis Kelce, a man who built his brand on locker room honesty and Midwest directness, reportedly found himself disgusted by the mean girl optics of the situation. According to Rob Shooter's Substack on February 15th, Travis has felt uneasy around Taylor's Hollywood friends for months, believing the vibe is always on and overly polished. The lawsuit provided the receipt that Travis needed to justify his distance, creating a rift that Taylor is now struggling to bridge. Moving to the second major point, we have to look at the pattern interrupt that happened on the New Heights podcast. On February 13th, 2026, Travis and Jason Kelce made a joint announcement that they are taking a 6-week break from their popular show. This was the most shocking move of the year for the Kelce brothers, who have been remarkably consistent even during the heat of the NFL season. The common belief was that this break was for wedding planning, a chance for Travis to focus on the June 13th, 2026 date that has been circulating online. However, the reality is much darker. Per reports from the U.S. Sun on February 13th, Travis is dealing with a significant amount of emotional strain. The source stated that between a difficult NFL season and the reality of preparing for retirement at age 37, Travis has been feeling stressed and a bit depressed. Adding to this is the looming possibility of Taylor being called to court as a witness in the ongoing $400 million case. This creates a fascinating legal gray area. If Taylor is forced to testify, her wedding joy would be overshadowed by a public interrogation of her private character. Our research suggests that the break isn't for a honeymoon, it's for a crisis meeting to determine how to proceed with their future without the legal noise. This brings us to the third major point, the fundamental personality clash that has surfaced as the wedding planning slowed down. According to a report from the Times of India on February 15th, 2026, Travis reportedly despised the vibe of the high-profile social circle Taylor maintains. He thrives in structured, authentic environments, and the curated image of Taylor's Hollywood friends has become a source of deep resentment. The PR motive for Taylor's team was to create a power couple atmosphere, but it backfired by alienating the groom. The insider takeaway here is that Travis Kelce is a football player at heart, not a Hollywood accessory. When the legal drama started leaking into his personal life, he reportedly told Taylor he needed to slow things down. A statement from Shooter's Scoop confirmed that the couple is not even halfway through the guest list and have mutually chosen to stop crunching spreadsheets. This isn't just a scheduling conflict, it's a fundamental reevaluation of what their life together looks like when the cameras are off and the lawyers are in the room. Furthermore, we have to look at the financial trail that is often buried in these scandals. Per reports from CBS News on February 14, 2026, bettors on prediction markets like Polymarket and Kalshi are wagering hundreds of thousands of dollars on whether the couple will even make it to the altar by June 30th. This financial speculation adds an extra layer of pressure to an already under a microscope. The reality of the receipts shows that Taylor's team is in damage control mode. They need the legal drama to settle before they can move forward with a public celebration. The tension between her career and her personal life has reached a boiling point. We see the receipts of a performer who wants to be happily ever after, but is currently legally entangled and dealing with a partner who feels defeated. According to a source in the Daily Mail on January 24th, Travis is used to still be playing at this time of year, and missing the field has left him in a difficult emotional period that has directly impacted their wedding timeline. The fourth major point involves the role of external pressure and the resurfacing of old ghosts. Per reports from February 11, 2026, the wedding drama exploded as rumors of past relationships were dragged back into the conversation. While these are often fan-generated noise, they have added a layer of unnecessary stress to a relationship already on the brink. According to a source close to the Kelce family, the constant scrutiny of every move has made Travis feel like he is living in a fishbowl he didn't sign up for. This highlights the relink hack, the way the fame machine can accidentally sabotage a relationship by keeping old drama alive. For Travis, who was already dealing with retirement anxiety, the lack of peace in the relationship has become a major hurdle. The reality is that he wanted a quiet life in Rhode Island, but he got a front row seat to a Hollywood legal war that threatened to call his fiancée to the stand. The fifth point of shock value is the reaction of Taylor's fans to the engagement ring itself. Per the Times of India on February 15, 2026, Swifties turned on the designer after it was revealed that the $5 million ring design was being made available for public sale. This sparked an online firestorm, with fans claiming the ring should have stayed a one-of-a-kind treasure. This backlash is a perfect example of the parasocial pressure Taylor faces. Every aspect of her engagement, from the ring to the guest list, is being policed by the public. For Travis, this level of interference is a culture shock. He is a man who values locker room loyalty, and seeing the public tear down a designer over a ring he bought for his fiancée was another reminder of the circus he is now part of. The reality of the receipts shows that the designer, Kindred Lubick, was simply building her brand, but the fans saw it as a betrayal of the fairy tale expectation. Finally, we have to consider the reality of Taylor's strategic silence. Since the text leak and the podcast hiatus announcement, Taylor has disappeared from the public eye. This is a classic hunker-down strategy. Per a PR strategist interviewed for this package, Taylor is waiting for the news cycle to shift. But the problem is that Travis Kelce is currently at a crossroads regarding his career. On the New Heights podcast, he admitted that navigating the end of his football career is a tough thing to handle. If he decides to play one more year, the wedding is almost certainly delayed until 2027. The insider takeaway is that this delay isn't a breakup, but it is a breakdown of the perfectly curated image they've worked so hard to build. The lines between her career and his future have been blurred, and Travis Kelce has officially pulled the emergency brake. As we look at the evidence, from the $400 million lawsuit to the 6-week podcast hiatus and the leaked texts, it's clear that the Swift-Kelce wedding is the biggest expectation versus reality story of 2026. We see the receipts of a man who is exhausted by the spotlight and a woman who is trapped by her own associations. This isn't just about a football player and a pop star. It's about the reality of what happens when the squad becomes a legal liability. The unique angle here is that while fans were looking for a bridal gown, the lawyers were looking for a witness statement. The battle for their relationship is no longer happening in the headlines. It's happening in the courtrooms and the private living rooms of Rhode Island. In summary, the Taylor and Travis wedding stall is a perfect storm of legal wars, retirement stress, and a massive cultural clash within their inner circle. The insider takeaway is this: in the world of mega fame, your friends' legal problems become your personal problems. The power couple image was the expectation, but the reality is a messy, complicated struggle for privacy and authenticity. Travis Kelce is fighting for his identity after football, and Taylor Swift is fighting to keep her private life out of a courtroom. If you want to see how this fits into the even bigger picture of how the music and sports industries are colliding in 2026, you need to see what else is brewing. If you want to see how this fits into the even bigger picture of how the music and sports industries are colliding in 2026, you need to see what else is brewing. This is just one chapter in a much larger story of Hollywood's most powerful icons facing reality. For the full breakdown on the secret texts, the court filings, and the deals being made behind closed doors to save this wedding, you need to check out our Fresh Celebrity Tea playlist right now. Understanding the Swift-Kelce delay is only the first step in seeing the cracks in the Hollywood machine. Don't get left behind. Watch the playlist to stay ahead of the next viral scandal and the legal drama that follows every major star in 2026. We have the timelines, the filings, and the expert analysis you won't find anywhere else.